Hello students, how are you? You welcome to my channel and I am Sirshil Khede. Students, today we are going to understand a very beautiful, a very good grammar content, a grammar part whose name is how to use able to and unable to, can, could in the sentence. It's a very important grammar part, students. There is asked the questions in the SSC Maharashtra board. So we are going to understand this grammar part today. Before going to our lesson, I want to request you please subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. In this way you can get the more videos from this channel. So students, today we are going to understand the grammar part able to, unable to, can, could. How to use such things in the sentence we will see today. Able to, unable to, can, could, cannot, could not are the special words in English used to indicate person's ability or inability, capability or incapability. These words systematically relate with each other, can be used alternatively in sentences. We use can, could, cannot, could not instead of able to and unable to. Unable to means not able to. In Marathi, we say क्षमता नसणे, क्षमता नहीं होना. अनेबल टू का मतलब होता है क्षमता नहीं होना म्हणजेच क्षमता नसणे. We use able to, unable to instead of can, could, cannot, could not. So, in which sentence we use able to and unable to? Generally, there is given the examples of can and could. When in the given example there is used the word can, then we have to, while we are going to use the able to in that sentence, that time after the subject we have to take the to be's present forms. Means we have to choose correctly from am, is, are, and then we have to put the able to, and then we have to write the remaining part of the sentence. Here the same, while we are going to use the unable to in the cannot example. Can is the present form, and that's why here we use to be's present forms after the subject of that sentence. And in the same also, when in the sentence or the given sentence is negative, means there is used cannot, we have to use the to be after the subject to be's present form, and then we should use unable to, and then we should put the remaining part as it is. If the given if there is used the or came the modal auxiliary verb could in their sentence, then we have, while we are going to use able to in their sentence, then we have to take the to be's past forms correctly. Means we have to choose after the subject was oblique where. According to the subject we have to choose the correct one, and then we have to write able to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is. Here in the could not sentence, while we are going to use unable to, there is the same also. We have to take the to be's past tense forms correctly, and then we have to write unable to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is. Here is some examples we are going to understand. Students, here are some examples we are going to solve. We are going to use able to and unable to in the sentences. The example first, I can speak English, and there is given the suggestion in the bracket use able to. So we are going to use able to in the sentence. First we begin the sentence as it is. I, and we are going we should remove the can from the sentence, and due to using the can in the sentence we are going to use after the subject I the to be's correct form. Means here the subject is I, that's why we have to take am from the to be's form. So here I write am, and then we have to use able to. I am able to, then we should write the remaining part of the sentence as it is. Means here speak English. Means I am able to speak English. This is the answer of this sentence. Here is another one example. She could do it. Here in this sentence came the word could. Means could is a past tense form of the can, and when the could used in the sentence, then we have to take the to be's past tense forms correctly according to the subject, and here is the subject is she. So we begin the sentence she, and then we should remove from that sentence the could and use the correct to be's past tense forms according to the subject. Here is she, that's why we have to use was is the correct to be's form. So here she was, and then we have to write able to, and then we have to write the remaining part of the sentence as it is. Means she was able to do it. This is the answer of this sentence. Here is one more example. He can't read a postcard. He can't read a postcard. Here students, there used cannot in the sentence, then there is also given the suggestion in the bracket use unable to. While we are going to use the unable to in the sentence, then we should begin the sentence as it is. Here I write he, and then here used the cannot means can't, so we have to take the correct to be form according to the our subject. So here to be we should select here is from the to be present form because subject is he, that's why we should choose the correct to be form is, and then we should remove can't from the sentence and write unable to, and then we should write the remaining part of the sentence as it is. Means read a postcard. The answer is he is unable to read a postcard. In this way we used unable to in this sentence. One more example is here. We couldn't sing that poem. Here there is given the suggestion in the bracket use unable to. So we start to solve this example also. We begin with the subject. We should write as it is the subject of that sentence we, and then remove the couldn't and use the correct to be past tense forms according to the subject. So here due to using could, and could is a can's past tense form. So here after using the subject or after writing the subject, we have to take the correct to be past tense form according to our subject. So here so that's why we should take where from the to be past tense form correctly. So we were, then write unable to. We were unable to sing that song. So that poem, sorry. In this way, he is unable to we were unable to sing that poem is the correct answer of this sentence. In this way, students, here is given so many examples. The first we are going to see, I can speak English fluently. Here, how to use the able to, there is already given the answer. First begin the sentence as it is, means there is written the I, and then due to mm, the example of can, here when the can came in the sentence, while we are going to use the able to in the sentence, that time we should take to be's correct form after the subject. Means here due to the subject I, there is taken the am the to be's form, and then there is written able to, and then there is written the remaining part of the sentence as it is, means I am able to speak English fluently. This is the answer of that sentence. Steven cannot drive a car today. Here in this sentence, the cannot is came, means Steven cannot drive a car today. स्टीवनने आज स्टीवन आज कार चालवू शकला नाही. तर या वाक्यामध्ये मित्रांनो कॅनॉट आल्यामुळं आपण वाक्याची सुरुवात आहे तसं करून घ्यावी, आणि त्यानंतर म्हणजेच स्टीवन हे वाक्यातील कर्ता लिहून घेतल्यानंतर कॅनॉट आल्यामुळं आपण येथे टू बीचे जे काही वर्तमानकाळ रूप आहेत ॲम इज आर यापैकी योग्य ते रूप वापरलं पाहिजे. आता स्टीवन हा एक वचनी तृतीय पुरुषी नाम असल्यामुळं इथं इज येतं, म्हणून स्टीवन इज. आणि त्यानंतर वाक्यात कॅनॉट असल्यामुळे इथं अनेबल टू वापरा असं म्हणतात पेपरमध्ये. मग इथं आपण हेल्पिंग म्हणजे टू बीच्या रूपानंतर अनेबल टू लिहितो, आणि त्यानंतर पुढील वाक्य आहे तसं लिहितो. म्हणजेच स्टीवन इज अनेबल टू ड्राईव्ह अ कार टुडे असंही उत्तर येईल. कॅन यू हेल्प मी टू फाइंड वर्ड्स इन डिक्शनरी. दिस इज द इंटरगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स अँड बिगिन्स विथ द model can. So we should remove the can and take the to be's correct form, because due to can, and can is a present form, and that's why we have to take the proper to be's form according to that subject of the sentence. Here the subject is you, and that's why we should take are. So remove the can and write are, and in this way, are you able to help me to find words in dictionary. This is the correct answer. The players could show their better skill. Here in the sentence there is came the could, and could is a can's past tense form. So that's why we have to take the to be's past tense form correctly according to the subject of that sentence. So here the players it is a subject and came in plural form. That's why we have to use the plural form of the to be's past tense form. So the players were, and then we have to write able to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is, means the players were able to show their better skill. She could not control her emotions. Here in the given example there is used could not, means there is a given in the exam there is given the suggestion in bracket use unable to. Then cannot could not came in the sentence, that time there will be given the suggestion in the bracket use unable to. So she could not control her emotions. Here the answer of this sentence is she was unable to control her emotion. Next one, we couldn't walk properly during the snowfall. Here We were not able to walk properly during the snowfall is the correct answer. My father could speak at least 10 languages. Here, in the given example, there is came or there is used could, and that's why we should use the to be's correct past tense form. And here, the subject of the sentence is my father. So, the to be's past tense forms was and were. So here my father is a singular one, that's why we have to use the singular form of to be's past from to be's forms. So was is a singular one, so my father was, and then we have to write able to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is, means the answer of this sentence, my father was able to speak at least 10 languages. Our English teacher can explain it quite better. Here in the given example, there is used can, and we have to use after the subject the to be's correct present form. So our English teacher is able to explain it quite better is the answer of the sentence. Students couldn't attend the guest lecture. Here, students were unable to attend the guest lecture is the correct answer of this sentence. Here is also some more examples. There is how to use the able to in the can sentences. There is given more examples. John can type 100 words per minute. Here John is a noun and he is a third person, and in the given example there is used the can, and that's why we have to take the to be's present form correctly according to the subject of the sentence. Here John is a third person noun, that's why we have to use is from the to be's form. John is, then we should remove the can from the sentence and use able to, and then write the remaining part of the sentence as it is. In this way, the answer of this example is John is able to type 100 words per minute. Clara can cook very well. Here, Clara, a female person, and it is a name of a person, and in this example they used can, so we are going to use able to in this sentence. Clara is a third person noun one, and can is a present form, that's why we should take we should use to be's present forms correctly according to the subject. And here the Clara is a singular one, that's why we use is after the Clara, and then write able to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is. So answer of this sentence is Clara is able to cook very well. Next example, he can study even if it's so noisy around. Here, he is a third person singular pronoun, and that's why we should take correct to his form. Here, he is, and then remove the can from the sentence and write able to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is. So answer of this sentence is he is able to study even if it's so noisy around. They can manage everything properly. Here in this sentence there is a subject and used the can, and when in the sentence came the can, then while we are going to use able to, that time we begin our sentence as it is, and after the subject of that sentence we put the correct to be's forms. Here the can shows the present form, and that's why we have to take the correct to be's present forms, and after then we have to write able to, and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is. So they are able to manage everything properly is the correct answer. Here is some examples. There is used cannot means negative sentences, And there is also that how to use in the cannot or can't sentence unable to, that is here given the examples. I cannot do this anymore. Here cannot means there is a not ability, and here we use unable to at the place of cannot and could not, means there is no ability in that thing or into the subject or in that subject of the sentence. Here I cannot do this anymore. First we write the subject as it is, then we have to use the correct present form because can shows the present form, that's why we have to use the correct to be form. So after the I we use generally am, so I am, and then write the unable to and then the remaining part of the sentence as it is. So in this way the answer of this sentence is I am unable to do this anymore. They cannot adjust with each other. Here they are unable to adjust with each other. This is the correct answer of the sentence. Jane cannot make such a mistake. Here Jane is the name of a person and she cannot make such mistakes. So here we are going to use unable to in this sentence. Jane is unable to make such a mistake. I cannot hear you clearly. Here I am unable to hear you clearly. The correct answer. The next example, the injured bird cannot fly now. Here the answer of this sentence we are going to use unable to in this sentence. The injured bird is unable to fly now. Has we cannot meet each other again. Here we are unable to meet each other again. The prisoner cannot cope up with the world after coming out. The prisoner is unable to cope up with the world after coming out. We cannot trust any stranger. We are unable to trust any stranger. He cannot play well owing to leg injury. He is unable to play well owing to leg injury. I cannot skydive. I am unable to skydive. Paul cannot read and write. Paul is unable to read and write. I cannot go there all alone. I am unable to go there all alone. We cannot win the match at any rate. We are unable to win the match at any rate. My laptop cannot work properly. My laptop is unable to work properly. We cannot succeed unless we work hard. We are unable to succeed. We are unable to succeed unless we work hard. These are the examples of how to use able to and unable to in the sentence. Students couldn't attend the guest lecture. Here the given sentence is negative because they used couldn't, and could is a can past tense form of the can. So while there is used a could in the sentence, and if there is given the suggestion use unable to, then we have to begin our sentence as it is. First we should write the subject of the sentence, and here the subject of the sentence is students, and then we should use the correct past tense forms, to be past tense forms correctly, because could is a past could shows past tense form of the can. That's why we have to use correct to be's past tense forms. And here to be's past tense forms was, were, and here the subject students. So students is a plural form, so we have to use the correct plural form of the to be. So students were, and then we should write unable to, and then write the remaining part of the sentence as it is. The answer of this sentence is students were unable to attend the guest lecture. I'm sorry, I can't help Jack in this situation. The answer of, and we are going to use unable to in this, able to in this sentence. I am sorry, I'm not able to help Jack in this situation. In this way, students, today we have seen the able to, unable to, can, could, how to use in the sentence able to and unable to. Thank you.